Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back, my friends. This is, of course, the MRC show that never ends. And we are back with your second helping of Monday Night Entertainment with the elite tier ready round the Spanish Grand Prix, round 5 of season 13. So, what is going to be in store for us this evening? We have got 18 minutes of qualifying, and then we are going to go for 33 laps around this very high speed, very technical and difficult circuit. Before we get into qualifying, though, time to introduce, of course, my man alongside me. What can be said about the man? He is our warrior. He's the man who never gives up and doesn't stop trying. He is one of our encyclopedias of the MRC commentary team. It is my teammate this evening, and well, not just this evening, he's got to put up with me every single week. Poor man. It is Mr. Andrew Maund. How are you, my friend?
Because we're in this part of the world, forget El Clasico, this is El Elito.
I like
this
it.
One.
I like it. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
And who is this strange man that's back in with me at the comms box? It's been a while, hasn't it?
I know, yeah. Must have all been about 30 seconds, I think.
We've been in different tiers for too long, haven't we?
We have, mate. You know, we have, and well,
it's good to be back, though.
Exactly that. That's the one, isn't it? And we've got beautiful sunshine. Everyone out early though on laps. I wonder if there is potential rain later on in the session, because everyone apart from Stefan and Seppi are all out on track. Let's have a look at the tyres. Most of them doing on the soft tyres. Chris, Reese, Kaiser Soze on the mediums,
as well as that.
And yeah, in the pits. Yeah, exactly. So I wonder. It does make it. We were lucky, and is in the chat. So is Chaos Druid. Good evening to you, folks. Yeah. And it might give us a bit of an insight, see what the weather's going to do throughout qualifying and the race. We got lucky, we had full dry, didn't we? So we didn't have to panic and worry. Evening, Fabian. I know we'll hopefully be back next week, my friend, hopefully. But yeah, time for the elite boys to show us what they can do, and we're just following Bergen around his banker lap. Clear track ahead. There's a car spun at the top of the hill. Easy done, unfortunately, up there. Of course, the newer iteration of the circuit, I was mentioned this on Friday evening, that I kind of prefer the older settings. I prefer the tricky last sector and the tighter turn 10. Other people prefer this one.
You'd be in the minority if you like that. My personal opinion, abomination of a chicane. I was not one of the people who liked it. This place wasn't my favourite to begin with anyway, but that chicane just made things 10 times worse.
Johnny's just set a banker lap, and Dynamite's followed suit. What? Those two guys are ridiculous.
Does anyone have Will Smith on speed dial? Because I think we've got some aliens. I
know. That's ridiculous. That is mental. Pole time in Expert T was in 11.9, I think it was, which Saviour's done on his banker lap. I think we could have done a bit lower than that, but that's ridiculous time already. They're banker laps as well. The track's not at its best. It's only going to get quicker.
Yeah.
Could we see a 10s? I can't remember what we saw on MRCX. I can't remember what Kid and Chris were doing at the front. I can't remember what times we got. And it's going to bug me now because I really want to know what it was on Friday. But that's mental. Absolutely ridiculous. Stefan does an 11.9 as well on his banker lap. He pops himself into 5th. Oh, Gibbon, we've got one of the reserve drivers this evening. He, of course, has been no assist for a while. And stepping up with the elite tier boys, which is fantastic to see. So everyone's done their first runs now. People making their way back to the pits. A 12.6 from Chris Bailey on the mediums, a 12.5 from Reese, so very good laps from them. They're going to be looking to gain probably 7, 8 tenths, if not a bit more, when they do their soft T run. Saviour's out. That's in the pits, I think. No, he just left the session.
That is odd.
And I think his car's still going round. We're not going to be able to be on board with anybody. There's a car going down the pit straight, which is a McLaren, and the other one, Alex. Where's Alex? There he is. Oh, it is Alex. So it was in the pits, coming into the pits. That's very strange from Xavier. Well, let's have a look. Alex is going for a second one on those tires. Has no ERS, so he is going to struggle later on in the lap, but had a good first sector regardless. See if he can improve, if he feels he made some mistakes. We're already 6 minutes down in this session. Oh, goes a little bit wide to the bottom of the hill. We'll follow through, no ERS left at all, so he is going to really struggle down this DRS straight, even though it is wide open. 2 tenths further down on his previous lap. But we have got, oh, look at this, we have another Mercedes who's left the pit. So let's do a quick on-board lap around this Catalunya circuit into turn 1 and turn 2 with the Mercedes of our multinational, multilingual Anton. Round the long, never-ending turn 3, trying to open the steering. Don't go too wide, but just carry as much speed. Into turn 4, the hill into Repsol. Corner, early on the throttle. Doesn't go as wide as some drivers. Gets it nice to flick to the right. But the downhill, tricky turn 5 can be very difficult on power, but nails that one. Does that miss the apex slightly? That was turn 6. You wouldn't think it is a corner, but it is. Here's 7. And 8, easy to lose the rear through there and even run wide over the sausage curve. Is it going to be flat? Little lift. Not fully confident in the front end of his car through turn 9. And then down to the revamped, the wide and the longer and the faster turn 10. I can't pronounce that. Like Caxa? Caxa? I'm going with Caxa. Turn 11, turn 12, long, never-ending, easy again to lose the rear and even go wide. Ante uses all of the track and a bit more round. Turn 13 and then turn 14, Catalunya. Down the start-finish straight, short run to the line, he does a 1:12.6. Nearly matches his teammate as well. That's a heck of a lap from the 2 Mercedes boys on the mediums.
Did Ant get his tyres mixed up? He's normally on the green ones, isn't he?
That is a very good point. I think he may have done. That is a very, very good point. So let's have a look. Well, let's have a quick look on his teammate now. Clear track ahead, 2 cars through turn 3, but Chris now on the soft tyres. Oh, runs wide through turn 2, doesn't invalidate, but it's going to hamper that entrance into turn 3. Wants to keep as much speed up through that as possible. Still gained a quarter of a second. Now he's come up to a little gaggle of cars on their outlaps. Hopefully they're paying attention. Hopefully he's not going to catch them through turn 7 and 8. That is not a good point to catch. Even on the entrance to turn 9, you want to have as much awareness and see where the apex is. He does Chris, and everyone's moving out of the way nicely for him, so he's not going to be hampered at all. There's a car ahead. I think that may have been a Ferrari, but it seems to be far enough ahead. Hopefully we'll be through the final 2 corners. And what can Chris improve to? And his first one of the soft tyres. Takes the final corner nicely. He does 11.9, so a good 7.5 tenth improvement from him. What? Now then, let's have a look. Dynamite starting his lap. Ujoni just starting. He was the Ferrari ahead of Chris. Already with 11.2 to his name. 1.5 tenths ahead of Kid Dynamite. He's slightly up again on the first sector. The Alfa Romeo sees him coming. Who have you got your eye on, Andrew, as we follow Ujoni on his lap?
Oh, Kid's blown his lap.
Oh!
On at turn 3. It's
plenty of time to do
yeah, he's looped it.
If he's got time to do another one.
Yeah, plenty of time left, but just got to watch the traffic coming around.
Yeah, that is tricky. That sector 1 is looking rather busy, and it's a long, reasonably long track, but because it's so high speed, it it's a short lap, of course, 1:11, isn't it? It is a very, very short lap. But can Johnny improve? And he does a 10.9!
We called it.
Yeah, we did.
This guy.
I know. Tell you who's sneaking up there is... Stefan's got improved as well. I mean, he said on Friday, Stefan, that in the commentary box with me that he was looking forward to this one. He was looking forward to getting his teeth in and battling these guys. So he's going to be one to watch, I'm sure, during the race. Loppy up there in 8th has had a good run so far. G-Star, what can he do to improve on his lap time? He does at 11.8 up to 5th. Good lap from him. Ryan is up to 13th, another good lap as well. 3 thousandths behind Doris. And only a 10th off his friend Calvin. So Ryan, this is a good one. Good opener for him. Girls, Druid, you are definitely right. He is not human. Answers on a postcard of what he actually is.
Yeah, so, I think Will Smith does need to be called on his journey.
Yeah, I know. So a few drivers now. Alex has gone for another run. I'm a bit confused with Alex's strategy of running all of his ERS on his opening lap.
Don't think it'd do him a lot of good.
No, it's not ideal. I mean, he may have already done a lap on those tyres. Doris is one on the outlap. Anton an outlap as well. See how much he can improve. I mean, that is so close. I mean, other than Ujoni and probably Kid, there is a second separating third down to 17th.
That's impressive.
And this track ramps up. You can gain 3, 4, 5 tenths with ease, you would have to say, because you've got your iron, you know where the grip is, you've got your braking points, you've got the confidence, and then you can full send on your flying lap, and you can really make a difference. And this order is definitely not done yet, folks. The grid is certainly not set. Fabian says he's an Italian reincarnation of Senna. I like that.
That's a very safe bet with the pinch of...
The pinch of Michael in there?
I would say that
yeah. I mean, interestingly, we've not mentioned any Italian drivers in that one. We mentioned a Brazilian, a German, and a Frenchman.
Ascari.
Yeah, let's go with Ascari. I like it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Being, I think, their last world champion.
Oh, Doris! He was up on his time. Got it all wrong in turn 10. Oh, Sabia's having an issue. So, he has having no force feedback on his curbs, which happened to him last Friday in quali. And he did have a poor quali and then managed to battle through in the race. And now his game's DNF'd him when he's rejoined. Right. That is a new one. At least we've only got 6 weeks, roughly, left of F1 23 before F1 24 is released, and we will be transitioning over, of course, to the new and updated game for Season 14. I mean, are you looking forward to that one? Are you hoping that we have a bit of improvement on that game as well, and that iron out a few, I say a few, I mean a lot of glitches?
Can I just leave my bad luck in this game?
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
Had a spinner at the top of the hill. Let's get back. Just loop the Alpine.
Yep, Chris is just warming up for his lap. I think he's just going to he's letting his teammate go, letting a few of the quicker drivers through to get some space. So let's have a look at his teammates pitted. Let's have a look who's gone through. Kesa Soze on a fast lap. Watkins Soze improved 10th, 11.9. But then, what can the blowhole do? Well, he needs 2 and a bit tenths to pop it on the second row. Lot tighter, lot neater turn 2 this time round. Doesn't go as wide as he did on his first run. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a gain through there. Slight gain. He's got the McLaren ahead. He's gone wide. He did the same thing I did, except he kept it in going in the right direction.
It's easily doable, that corner. Oh, it's the Alpine's gone behind him.
Oh, it was. That's Soze. Lost a front wing, lost a lot of advertising boards as well. Polestar wings strewn across the race circuit.
I wonder if he's got something against Rolex watches.
So, just over 2.5 minutes left of the session already. Some drivers will be using a final run. And I wonder if we'll see Joni and Dynamite out and Le Rappel.
We've got Reese just finishing his warm-up lap.
Yep, I'm just looking down the order and seeing who's on a fast lap. Floppy Loppy on a bit of an improvement. He has got an Alpha Tauri ahead of him. That is going to be... Where's the Alpha Tauri? That'll be Doris, who's out the way. Another good improvement from Loppy, 2/10. This could send him quite nicely. Oh, Paul! Moving on.
That sounded expensive.
It wasn't. He's lucky. He just turned 10 once again. Has claimed another victim. Dynamite has left the pits. So has Le Rappel. Joni's decided against it. He's got nearly half a second.
Backed out his lap. I think there must have been a bit of a step out on the Aston.
Again, easy done.
Yeah.
So look, what's G-Star doing?
I don't think Joni's going to do another run. I think he's content with I think he's going to stay where he is.
Yeah, I think he may do, even in Mr. Hills. Gail Stewart says, no, your bad luck's going to follow you. You can say what you want to him.
I'm not saying a word. I'm biting my tongue because I'm too annoyed at the moment still.
Yeah, you can do it in DMs afterwards. I think, how's G-Star backed off his lap? He has. Who's on a fast lap? Liverpool's decided he's on track, but he's not doing anything there. Seppi's retired from the session.
I wonder if Reese is trying to recharge to get back for another. He's going to have another go, I think. He's got time.
He is. Yep, he does. 40 seconds left on the clock. There you go. You can say that what Martin's put in the chat. Quieren aprendo un poco español esta noche, chicos. I have no idea what that means.
We probably just insulted all of Spain, for all we know.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me being Martin.
Yeah, is just keep an eye. Oh, kid's lost it again!
Wow.
Went the same place again.
I wonder if he's using a bit of a lower downforce setup. We don't know yet if it's going to be dry for the race, but we've got the checkered flag. This is the final runs for everybody. One with the other Aston Martin of Reese, currently in a Mercedes sandwich. Chris has popped up into fourth with a 11.5, so good improvement from Chris.
11th. He's retired from the session, but he's missing a front wing.
Oh, heck.
Right by turn 10.
It says, do you want to learn some Spanish tonight?
Please.
There you go. Reese does improve, but only slightly, not enough to take him to the second row of the grid. What about, and he's bailed G-Star on his lap. Final corner for the Red Bull man.
NRL, it's P6.
Yep, good lap from him, and G-Star doesn't improve. Who else is on a lap? What's about Doris is doing roulette, Spanish roulette. I think Ryan, he's coming down the final two corners. He's bailed on his lap. So, folks, other than Kid, who has bailed as well, so Joni, we're getting used to it. We're getting bored of saying this now. It takes pole position. Kid Dynamite in second, Liverpool in third, with the blowhole in fourth, Reese in fifth, with Stefan in sixth, and in seventh, G-Star in eighth, Saviour with that one run early doors before all his glitches in ninth. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. I know you'll be disappointed you probably had more in the tank, but I think you'll be grateful, I think, for that one. Quesos in 10th, Loppy in 11th, then Alex in 12th, then the two Alphas of Bergen and Calvin, then Doris in 15th, Red Car Rambo 16th, Dumas Hornet, E17, Seppi in 19th, and Giban in 20th. So we're going to take, after this, a 5-minute breather or so, while the commentators use a lot of Google Translate for Martin in the comms chat, in the YouTube chat, I should say. If you like the call, if you're looking forward to this race, please do hit the like button, the big thumbs up under the stream. Lovely to get you involved as well, so that we're not saying really random Spanish questions. Something about... I reckon that's a large coffee. Please, I reckon that one from Martin. Something grande, por favor, I'm guessing. But back to the F1, Andrew.
Yes.
Who are you keeping your eye on for these 33 laps? Now, we discussed, obviously, during the race, there's potential of random safety cars. And we can throw the strategies up in the air. We did we had the same idea. Didn't go how we planned. But what do you think, maybe strategy-wise, will we see is maybe people try the soft tyres, maybe even try to go on the hards to start with?
With our race, I was debating myself due to my little mess up in qualifying. I was a little bit stuck with ideas of what to do, but I was going to go aggressive off the starts, but I thought I'd really just follow the rest of the grid and go for the mediums just to cover off any early safety cars if we didn't get any. But I think the one stop is doable. The two stop is definitely a possibility, depending on how many safety cars.
Yeah, I think majority of people did do that two-stop strategy in the end because of the timing of the safety cars. I think we had one about, what did we have, on lap 6, lap 12, and I think it was about 10 laps to go, lap 22 or so, wasn't it? So
yeah,
it kind of played into that two-stop, didn't it? Some people pitted early on the first safety car. I think yourself, we pitted in the second, and then the final safety car as well. So
yeah, we went to sauce pretty much in the end, but
yeah.
What's your opinion with this place, though? Is it a like-hate relationship, would you say, or?
Yeah, it's a circ that, I mean, obviously, I'm very stunned still for the result I had. But it is a like-hate. It's good because it's quick, but it's deceptively a high downforce circuit because of the fast turns and the traction that you need out from them for, their long corners. So you need that rear stability there, but definitely. It is a love-hate, definitely. I think turn 7 and 8 nearly lost it once or twice. Same at turn 10, had a few hairy moments battling with Fox River, which was a fantastic battle, must I admit.
Turn 4 was my major enemy during our race tonight.
That one seemed to go okay for me. And in fairness, I kind of enjoyed... I kind of finally got to grips with the final sector. I was struggling all through practice, just losing a tenth or two, and I lost in the... Not the final quality run, but the one I didn't mess up. I messed up in that final sector and lost about 3 tenths.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that you really have to keep focus all the way through. There isn't much time to rest. There is down the pit straight, but because the corners are so fast, you've got to get your brake and your turning just right, the throttle application just right. It is a very difficult technical circuit, I find.
It's one the drivers should know very well because it was before Bahrain took over. This was the pre-season test venue.
It was for quite a while, wasn't it? How many? I don't actually know, to be fair. I don't actually know the answer to this, but you will, I'm sure, of how many seasons it was one of the test beds in Formula 1, because it was quite a long time, isn't it?
It's been on the calendar for a while, this place. It's been, I think it was 91 was the first race for this they had here. And it's because there's that image of Senna and Mansell just going down the front straight wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. But this place, I'm sad it's going.
Yeah, I am actually, yeah. Especially for another street circuit that they're throwing up around Madrid, and it's another one of those that money talks. And I'm not a fan, I'll be honest with you, of that concept. Although on the flip side of that, I did read something that they are trying potentially in the next few years to bring back a couple of long forgotten tracks, such as India, which I quite liked as a track. I thought that was a good, fun track, actually. I heard rumours of that the federations are trying, of whoever owns the circuit, are looking to bring that back.
That would be an interesting one, because I never actually properly raced that one on a wheel. I was on controller back then.
Oh yeah, I mean that was a lot of F1 generations ago, wasn't it? I mean,
2011, I believe.
Was it that far back? I actually can't remember playing the games around that era. I think I dropped some of the games around then, not by choice, just circumstance and life.
You're talking to a bit of an expert with them. I've played them for a while.
Yeah, I did miss a few, so here we go, folks. The formation lap is going. We have had our breather. Hopefully everybody's got their strategies set and their tyres set. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. Well, that's interesting. One driver only, which is and on the softs. Bergen and Ujoni, our pole sitter, on the hard compound tyres. Everyone else in the mediums.
He does do this a lot, though, Ujoni. This is his normal play.
I mean, I used to a number of seasons ago, and it did help me win 2 championships. And then since, I don't know. I think since they've made the soft tyres more of a race tyre rather than just a qualifying tyre, I've kind of opened up my strategies and don't use the hards at the start very well, or very often, I should say. But it's interesting, the drivers that do. I'm interested to see how it works for them.
I know this is a bit more of a... I know this is probably maybe a bit more of a controversial topic, but I'm actually happy in a way sometimes that they got rid of that rule that says the top 10 had to start on their fastest Q2 tyre. It gives a lot more variance now. They've got free choice. I feel.
Yeah, I think you're right. I quite like that old Q2 tyre. I quite like that. And it threw up quite a bit of the people that would try to get through on the one run and then be knocked out. And so, then they had more tyres left, but the ones that had to do the extra runs to just scrape through for grid position could be hampered. So it did throw up a lot of issues for strategy.
Yeah, it swings and roundabouts. They come round to line up.
So here we go, folks. It is a bit darker than it would like to be. That's going to struggle for the tyre warm-up, especially on the hard tyres. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ant's progress is going to be on the soft tyres through the opening lap or two. But again, hit the like button, everybody, as the timing glitch goes hit and miss. And we can't see the lights, so we're going to go back from a journey. We've now got 5 red lights, and Elite T, we go racing. Good start from Ujoni. Steady start from Chris Bailey. Got a very, very, very good start. He's already up alongside and past Liverpool. Kit Dynamite trying to get the draft and the slipstream into turn 1. Kit Dynamite on the inside. Has he got the move? He has. Look at this. Chris Bailey and Liverpool's not giving in on this one. Chris Bailey now got the inside line through turn 3. Side by side. He may even get happened from Ujoni. Jody has a bit of a moment. Goes wide. This is going to potentially allow Chris Bailey on the inside of the turn 4. Not quite.
And breathe.
Just about. Oh, Chris, and look at this. Liverpool's still there on the inside of Christian with a little squeeze on the exit. He's going to have the inside line. Is he going to be brave on the inside? He is. Chris thinks the long run. Reese is there as well, having a sniff. And now we've got to really breathe.
Oh, we've got a car around.
I think that's Bergen. And I think Thomas Hornet at the moment as well alongside him. He's okay though, and we've got a that's given us a virtual safety car, so I can get my breath back already.
It's an easy corner to go off, that one.
It is, I hate that corner. I mean, I finally managed to get round it. without hitting that sausage curb through turn 8. But it is a very, very difficult corner to try and carry as much speed and get the power down as early as possible. It is really nerve-wracking, that one.
I'm just having a quick look at the changes on the first lap.
Yep, we've got that on screen.
SW.
Yep.
Up 5. The front 4 have all swapped around.
And we've gone green. But yeah, you're right. And Alex up 2, so he's behind his teammate. Both McLarens in the top 10 as it stands. And hasn't actually made any progress in 7th on the soft tyres. Ooh, a little bit. The driver's taking a wider line. Chris is having to go a little bit defensive against Liverpool. Liverpool's looking very racing. He did this as well. He was looked very, very good on Friday evening. He struggled in qualifying and then was really, really quick in the race. And I have a sneaky feeling after Chris Bailey won in MRCX, which was an absolutely incredible race. He was the top 4 and 5 were like this, nose to tail. Each were up the chuff all night, all race, and it was just fantastic to watch. And I have a feeling we may have that a little bit tonight. Although Dynamite is trying to streak away a little bit the front, 8/10 of a second. He's trying to get it before the DRS kicks in. Let's have a little further down. LOL, now the timings have sorted themselves out, finally. Ryan battling with Doris in 16th, 17th. The biggest gap is G-Star, 1 second. Everyone else is nose to tail.
He's dropping away from that front 7.
Yeah.
At the moment, if he's not careful, then some McLarens are going to latch onto the back of him.
Especially with the DRS now activated as well. That could prove a little bit of an issue. And Ojoni just flirting along the edges of that 1 second window, 9/10 of a second. He will get it between turn 9 and 10. We're on board with Chris Bailey, and there's the rear wing of the Ferrari open. You heard the beep as well, which means for Chris that the DRS is open for him. In the YouTube chat, let's put your predictions, folks. Let's vote for your winner. Let's see who you vote for your top 3 in podium positions as well. Let's see who we predict, because this could go either way. We've mentioned this before, Andrew, that it can be a very difficult track to overtake, and generally only turn 1 is the main overtaking point.
There's a car around. It's
I think I see 17, I think.
He's had a moment around the end of the lap. No damage on the Williams. He's back going.
Here. Loppy has got through on Alex into turn 1.
Just having a quick scan through. I was just having caught the end of...
Alex gets very slightly outside of turn 3. That's going to allow Calvin to come alongside into turn 4, inside line. Alex is not enjoying that, and that's allowing Seppi as well to come through.
Having a go as well.
He is, but that's going to get very, very tight and very cramped into turn 5 down the hill. Alex got the inside line, but the grip is there for Seppi. I wonder if Alex has got... I don't know, I was going to say some rear damage that you don't ever see, but that looked very twitchy on the back of his car. That's allowed Xavier a bit of breathing room to focus now as well on the back of G-Star.
And he's right up on the back of the Red Bull.
He certainly has had that glitch early on. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Get involved, everybody, in the YouTube chat. Hit the like button if you haven't already. All 20 of you watching, we have got... I need to refresh my page. 5 likes. Come on, guys. We can get to double figures easily. Come on, hit the thumbs up button. We've got 28 more laps of this one. G-Star under pressure from Xavier. Not quite close enough this time round. Calvin and Loppy having another ding-dong battle. Calvin gets through now on the Haasman. And Ryan's had a good move as well. He's got past Alex and Doris. So Ryan as well, the other Ferrari, on a move.
He is. I'll tell you what, to get these likes up, we get extra likes, I'll give you some more F1 facts. How's that?
That'll do. I'll take that. I like your facts. LL dropped off just about a second. Oh, he's just maybe brought it back under. Oh, has he? For the run to turn 10, is this going to be Ant saying, okay, I can see he's dropped off the back. He does, he's got the rear wing.
Yeah, Liverpool is getting very close to the back of that Mercedes.
Well, 3 to 4 tenths from Reese to Liverpool, 3.5 tenths to Chris Bailey, half a second to Joni, half a second to Kid Dynamite. Nose to tail all of these guys, and some of them can potentially save a little bit of their ERS. And that is going to be vital when it comes to attacking and coming to defending. We don't like to really show that. I'm sure we will when it goes on board. Those of you in the know will see it on the bottom of the steering wheels.
Oh, we have a yellow.
We have inside the 2. That's Dumas Horn has gone round.
But this is not... Kid Dynamite's going to be a bit worried. Maybe a little bit worried here, because he's on the medium tyres, but he's just not losing that Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And it does come a point about now, funny enough, when those hard tyres are going to start working. They are going to start feeling good. And has now got through against Stefan. I wonder if he had a moment there, because... And got through on the run, it looks like turn 4 into turn 5, so...
Not a normal passing place.
Not unless the driver up front makes a mistake and goes wide through 4, you would say. So no, you're right.
Saviour's past G-stop.
Yep, trying to close that gap 1.7 seconds. Ant is going to try to use those soft tyres. We know he's a tyre whisperer. These cooler conditions... Oh, gets a very bit twitchy. Yep, I opened my mouth too soon. Nearly everybody I went on board with in qualifying had a spin. And I've been on board a few people this race already, and they've had a few twitchy moments.
Yeah, it's getting a bit of a DRS train now.
It is. Look at this. But Joni there, has he gone for the move? We had a perfect helicopter cam for that. Up the inside of Joni. Has the inside for turn 2. Runs it out wide as well, so Kid can't get the switch back. And the run through turn 3, so Joni... Very clever overtake, very smart overtake, but look at this Liverpool as well on the back of Chris Bailey. Can't make the move.
He's just got to be patient.
Well, Chris knows this, Kid Dynamite knows this as well. Actually, I think Liverpool was in that battle as well on Friday evening. I can't remember who the other driver was now. That's going to really upset the other driver. I think Savy was part of that as well, actually. Savy knows what it's like, so he's closing that gap a little bit. Ant's dropped these guys. Well, dropped off the back. Whoa, watch that! That's Kid Dynamite had a big snap through the top of the hill.
Yeah, he dropped a few positions.
Yeah, how on earth he did not hit the wall and kept that going? Fantastic car control.
And maybe a branch stain on the bottom of the overalls, though.
Yeah, more than likely. I think Chris probably had a heart attack, which has allowed... Well, Johnny to get that second, and Chris has not got the DRS. This is a Liverpool's chance, and there we go. Before the start grid's even done, Liverpool pulls out and he's gone. Look at this. This is Reese's turn. Is Reese going to have a move as well on Chris? He is on the inside. Oh, Chris, he just got hampered with Dynamite, and it's cost him big. And loses 2 spots, but Chris won't be too upset, I don't think, from that, because, as we say, he was in this battle. He was in the train on Friday. He knows what he needs to do.
Just needs to keep calm and keep collected, because Reese has made an opportune move as well. He's up to P3.
He has, yeah. He got past Chris as well into turn 1. So Chris went from third to second to fourth in the matter of corners. And, Kid's still there. He's fine. And closed that gap a little bit more. I don't know if we had a timing glitch at all. And you can see them all there in shot as well, all the way down to 9th. Saviour is closing that gap to Stefan, and dragging G-Star with him as well. Calvin on the back of Loppy, battling for the current final point scoring position. And it does look very, very dark. I wonder if we are going to get spots of rain.
There is a distinct possibility.
And I wonder if Ant's thinking it may come sooner rather than later, which is why he went for the softs, because he can eke those out. They say they'll do 13 laps, they'll go up a little bit longer, but look at this, Calvin at the turn 1 side by side with Loppy.
Whoa!
Loppy gives him a...
I know it's gone, turn 3.
Oh, big time gone. It hasn't got damage, but yeah, that is a huge spin. Cost him down to 11th.
I wonder if it's off that inside curb.
Yeah, it could potentially happen, but...
Turn 3, it's happened to me before on a few occasions.
Yeah, I can say the same as well. And I think Chris might be struggling. This is where the tyres start to grain. Oh, Chris is struggling with the grip on that car, and Reese as well.
Yeah, I think Johnny's probably in the pound seats at the minute. He's got the clear road ahead of him, and his hard tyres are still in better shape than the mediums behind him.
Yeah, but Liverpool is hounding and hounding, and he's free from the back of him, so he can focus on the Ferrari ahead, and he's got the DRS. Not using his ERS button at the bottom of the screen, just using the overspeed that he's got with the DRS, and there he makes the move and takes the lead. Oh, the race at the start of lap 10.
And every Haas fan in the world has just gone crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. Kid has pitted.
I wonder if he's going to the hards early.
Let's have a look. He has gone for the softs. Interesting.
He's got free track ahead of him. I'm just wondering if he's going to put quality laps in for a bit.
Yeah, and see what comes. If he does another good 10 laps, that might. I mean, we did that at the end of.
But I wonder though if this reinforces your theory, possibly that there might be some rain on the way.
Yeah, I think maybe Johnny tries to eke out the hard tyres. You know, you mentioned yourself when we were setting up that they'll go 20 laps, maybe a bit longer. Yeah. Mediums will do 16, potentially 17. We did see a few people pit around around this point, about lap 12, 13 on Friday evening. So it does throw up. I wonder if they are counting on when maybe a short, soft tyre stint, or maybe Johnny's trying to hang. It's very patient, very calm at the moment.
What do you say, 15 likes when we get to the facts?
Yep, we'll do that. 15 likes, so come on, another 8 likes. My YouTube's playing funny, it's just loading itself for some unknown reason. There we go.
Yeah, it was buffering for me for a minute, but it's all back.
Yeah, mine is as well. I don't know why it's been a bit slow this evening. But come on, only 7 likes. Come on. Hit the thumbs up button. Johnny's had another go at Liverpool, and it has under the DRS. We missed that. Sorry, I was trying to sort out my YouTube. But there we are. So everyone's just a bit patient. They're not really holding each other. They're not overtaking each other in braking zones. It all seems to be all fair, which means they're not losing time to Chris Bailey, who's probably getting a little bit frustrated keeping Reese behind him. And he'll be using a lot of his ERS to keep ahead, because the DRS can be quite powerful down here.
It can be, especially with that long of a straight going up to turn 1.
Well, that's it. I think you could gain a good 5-6 tenths.
Easily.
Yeah. So again, that was Stefan in the background going a little bit wide. Potentially gets a warning for that one, for your track limit warning. Doris is the only one so far with a 3-second penalty. So yeah, everything is a bit calm. Loppy, let's go back to this little battle. We've got Seppi on the back of Calvin, on the back of Floppy Loppy. Again, battling in the outer reaches of the top 10 at the moment. But with Loppy having to defend, he has dropped a bit more time to G-Star.
It's opened up, definitely.
Yep, Liverpool and Johnny swapping again into turn 1. We know what's happening there, but Reese is all under DRS. It's got Chris Bailey. And that got nearly at 2 seconds. But here we go, Calvin under the DRS. But look at it, that's Seppi as well, trying to do the double overtake on the outside of turn 1. Calvin just leaves him room. Oh, there's curb for Seppi. Squeezes Calvin. Oh, there's contact! Oh, he got it twice. I'll tell you what, Calvin he did, yeah. I think that was Loppy going past. That was really, really unlucky. And Calvin, I think, did very, very well to not send that into a wall, to get the car slowed and to stop the slide. I think that was very good car control from Calvin. He won't be very happy, though, I can imagine.
He's saving graces. There's no damage on that Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, hopefully not, and hopefully the glancing blow to the rear, when I think it was Loppy that went past, is going to be okay for him. He's not going to get any rear damage from that.
No, I don't think so, but just having a quick look round outside the top 10, I've got...
Saviour's pitted early.
Kaiser Red Car Rambo with Alex running quite nicely together.
Yeah, we were looking at Doris a minute ago, but we'll go back to that one. It's a good spot. Kaiser's decided to pit and release the 2 behind him.
I think Alex is going to have a go at Red Car into turn 1.
Yeah, Red Car got the DRS, but he hasn't got any ERS left, and I think Alex has got the better run. He's on the inside as his teammate comes out the pits in the background. Well, Alex, there we go, makes the move on Ryan. Interestingly, Xavier's come out the pit just ahead of Kid Dynamite. Now, Xavier's put the hard tyres on, and is it just me, or is that looking a little bit brighter?
Yeah, I think Kid Dynamite's going to start cursing a little bit if that weather turns the opposite way.
Unless he's counting on a safety car, the speed to catch up, and then a safety car to pit for another set of softs in about 6, maybe 7 laps time.
Yeah, he's going to need a stroke of luck.
Now, the two Red Bulls separated by a 10-second Seppi behind his teammate G-Star, but now the pit stops are starting to happen. G-Star's in the pits, Chris Bailey. Now, potentially looking at the undercut, because I was about to mention the gaps at the front, apart from the top two, have started to open up just a little bit.
Hard tyres from the Mercedes.
Yeah, let's get those tyre deltas up. And for G-Star as well. Xavier's gone for the hard.
Flag.
In sector 2, that is, I think, Gibbon. I think had a moment.
Like
it was. Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, Bergen got past him.
Xavier and Dynamite have jumped G-Star.
Yeah, but importantly, Chris is out ahead of both of them. Dermatoris retired. That's brought out a safety car.
Oh, this is not my most ideal time for Chris.
It's not. Everybody ahead of him is going to get that pit stop. I wonder if Dynamite will pit. And maybe
Get
put
soft tyres.
What would you put from this time? I mean, you'd think the mediums will put the runners will put a set of hards on. Would Ant put a set of hards on? Mediums will do this now as well. Just about.
Yeah, Ujoni's going to be quite. I know Ujoni has to pit swap to the mediums, but he's going to be pushing them to the end.
Reese is retired.
Where's he gone off?
I'm going to have a... Has he hit the pit wall?
Pit lane? I think he has. Is that bum still there from an...
It is. There is a bump, but... Oh, yeah, there's a tyre. He has.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I saw it on board with the Red Bull.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't really know what to say to that one, to be perfectly honest.
That's hard luck for Reese. He was looking strong.
He was looking very strong as well. That's... Wow. That is unusual. So you're right. We have all the front runners have gone to the hard tyres. Chris Billy found himself back up in 5th, so he hasn't lost too much time. Joni on the mediums, as you mentioned. As you called that. We reckon Bergen will probably pit now as well, you would think. Where is he? There he is in the last sector. Safety car has picked up the leaders, and then we've got Gibbon. E17 has pitted as well. But the front runners with that much pace would have potentially caught the back runners at some point in this race, so they're going to get a little bit of a breather. And be a bit more thankful they'll hopefully catch the back of the pack. We'll have another lap behind the safety car, unless it was our race, which only had one, wasn't it? That was a strange one, I think, the last safety car.
I believe it was. Yeah, it was 2 we had, I believe. We had...
Yeah, we had 3... Yeah, we had 3 safety cars in total, and one literally lasted half a lap. It was a very strange one.
It was. But...
Well, I want to have a little bit more safety car chat for you. One of the bit more facts from our encyclopedia.
Although, I have a question. This is more of a quick question for a certain group of fans in the room, of a certain prancing horse. Which driver got his first win here for Ferrari?
Ooh.
I'll give you the year to be nice if you'd like.
I think we'll hold it for now. Let's see who pops up in the chat. We've not had anything for a little while. I think everyone's upset with Martin's Spanish at the end of qualifying. We're 17 laps in and no one said a word. That's poor dudes. We've got 19 of you and only 8 likes. Come on, folks.
Yeah, we need these likes up.
We need the likes of get in the chat. So who were the first? Well, John Alesi is the one from. That's not a bad call. Well, let's go with the decade.
The 90s. Well, has to be the 90s. I mentioned the first race here was 91. Lacey, no.
I was it something along the lines of maybe Irvine?
No.
Don't know, I'm trying to go away from the obvious, but let's see who else pops up in the YouTube chat. Who comes up with a number of guesses. All 21 of you. Come on, guys. You're very flat this evening. Come on. Let's get you in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's have your guesses. Let's have your predictions as well for the race win. And let's get those likes up as well. We're only on 8. That's come on. We've got to do a bit better than that. We did well earlier on, and we did very, very well on Friday evening. Richard Bailey has said Schumacher. I didn't want to go with that, but it could be right with that one.
Mr. Bailey with the Schumacher.
Yeah.
Well, I think the safety car's in this lap.
It is, which is a very, very late call. Again, and unfortunately Gibbons way off the back of the pack, but when does he go? Really, Rappel's gone through the last corner, didn't catch anybody napping. Well, he didn't really have time to get anybody napping. And it's going to be interesting, has he got the heat in the tyres? O'Joni already making the moves, already get the slipstream, and O'Joni, wow, breezes past. Back into the lead on the medium tyres as well. He will get the heat a lot quicker into those tyres. Seppi get the second 3-second penalty of this race. Let's get rid of the tyres. We pretty much know what everybody's on. Chris Bailey looking racy again. Stefan pulling out of the slipstream into turn 4, just trying to put off the Williams driver, trying to force him into a little bit of a mistake, and he's trying to go on the outside of turn 5. He seems to get those tyres warmed up, and has he got the traction outside? He does. Chris, he got duped there at the start of the race. Is he going to try and make the move on the outside? What a move from Chris.
Brave. Very brave.
It was Stefan very, very aware, and he got caught actually with that in this race against Captain Nibs, actually. But we all came out unscathed, and Chris, what a fantastic move that was from the Mercedes man now behind his teammate. Kate's got past Alex Edric. And then Xavier trying to make the moves. And then we've got the two Red Bulls behind. O'Joni has broken already the DRS, the 1 second, well, he did, before the slipstream kicked in. So, no DRS yet.
No, be the next one, but O'Joni's practically breaking out the DRS range already on the Haas.
Yeah, but we're not looking at what potential ERS usage he is trying to burn to create that gap, to create that safe spot for him. And of course, he is on the mediums. Those hards will just about be getting the grip to them now. The heat cycle will be in, and the guys will have found out where the grip is on the hards, where they can brake, where they can push. Can they go flat out through this top turn now that we're on board with Chris Bailey on? If that is possible, then that's what they'll be pushing for and looking for. And what's the traction going to be like through this very long turn 10? Easy to lose the rear. We saw it in qualifying from Floppy Loppy, who's now currently in 10th as well, on the back of Doris, who's having a good race. Gotta say, he's up in 9th. But Redcar's got the middle-aged firecracker behind him. You know, I haven't called him that in ages.
You've missed it, haven't you?
I have. I called him something else. I can't. He's got a young child, and I called him something about Daddy Firework or something like that, or Daddy Sparkler or something. He didn't like it. I can't remember what it was now. I actually don't even think you like being called middle-aged.
Who does?
Maybe Martin. Maybe Martin, because he's that ancient.
He's not that old.
I'm just seeing if I can poke the bear. He's being quiet. Then again, he'll go back at something in Spanish that we won't even understand.
At your peril.
That is very true. So you're right about Johnny. Yeah.
At your peril, but I'm just hoping you might not have to borrow some money off of the team owner.
That's the one. That's the one. But Liverpool now really under pressure from Ant, the lead of the Mercedes drivers. Hopefully they're going to be keeping hold of their ERS while Liverpool using as much as he can to keep those guys behind. Are they hoping with 12 laps to go that the medium tyres are going to drop off towards the end? Are they going to creep back onto the back of Ruggioni? That's what I think they're going to be hoping, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got to be hoping, but the one thing they can't do, all three of them, if they want to fight that Ferrari, is fight each other. Because you'll just take life out of your own tyres and they'll have nothing left.
Well, that's the one, yeah.
About this.
Yeah. I think Max and I tried that in the early stages of our race. And didn't really work. But we did see on Friday evening the top 4, top 5 all in DRS, not really making any moves, but just pulling away from the rest of the field, using that DRS train to really move on. A kid now up to 9th, straight past his teammate. That man is absolutely flying, as we thought he would. And he's on the hard tyres as well, so he's really making them. Oh, his teammate really nearly lost at the top of the hill. But we'll keep an eye on that gap with Kid Dynamite joining the back of this pack. The two Red Bulls. Seppi having a little bit of look at G-Star. Being very respectful of his teammate, as so you should. Red Car and Alex having another ding-dong battle. Okay, so Jose, Calvin, E17 and Bergen all in close company as well in the back of that one. So we've got kind of a few groups going on here, but we're going to keep our eye on this sort of battle for second. The two Mercedes boys just being patient. Is there anybody you're keeping your eye on?
Let's have a quick ganders through. Zalorel, he's achieving a good solid race today. He's still up in that points, but he's got that McLaren breathing down his neck. And the two Red Bulls are fighting each other.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the position changes that we've had through the race, and Ant's up 4 spots, Savy up 3. Seppi is up 11 places. So he's having a fantastic race so far, and of course on the hard tyres that can go to the end. Doris up 5, he's having a good race, so is Red Car Rambo, as mentioned previously. Liverpool up 1, Stefan up 1, G-Star as well. So that's going to be interesting. Is Ant having a little bit of a sneaky look? Not quite close enough.
Switch for the Red Bulls.
Oh yeah, you saw that. I missed that one totally. My bad.
It's a multi-21.
Wrong track.
Oh yeah, that was Malaysia.
I like that one as well. I'd like to see them bring that track back. I enjoyed that track. That middle sector was it was quite left, right, and it was all. And then the final sector, a lot of quick turns that reminiscent of this track. In the characteristics of the speed of them, and then there was quite that middle sector was. That was quite of a long, tightening right-hander, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can never get that corner right.
Oh, I enjoyed that. Because you just try to carry as much speed off throttle and not really brake it unless you really have, until the dying moments to get the front turned in. I quite enjoyed it. I really like that. I like corners like that. But you're right, I enjoyed the track. I thought it was quite an interesting circuit and quite good fun. And trying to have another look again, still not close enough, just hasn't quite he's not close enough coming out the final corner and through the last sector.
It is, and I'm wondering if the two Mercedes in the party, whether they may switch in a minute, just to let Chris have a look at Lerapel and see what he can do.
That would be interesting. I'm not sure if they're in a party together or not. That would be very interesting to know if they are, and if they do talk and help each other. That is going to be very interesting. Now, Seppi, the Red Bull's just starting to catch, but I'll tell you what, we mentioned the gap with Kid Dynamite. That was 2.2 seconds only a few laps ago, and now it certainly is not Kid Dynamite now. In the DRS of the cars ahead.
Red Bulls.
And he's got the DRS from turn 9 down to down 10. Start that again. Turn 10. He used quite a bit of his ERS battery, though, in his pursuit. But to be fair, if he's smart about this, he can... I mean, we've got plenty of time left. He can take his time, pick one off at his pleasure and at his leisure as well. I'm sure it'll be pleasurable for the man to pick his way through the field and carve his way back up. And we've got Seppi, who's flashing the lead Red Bull. Is his teammate going to be close enough to do anything about that and make a move back up ahead? He's not quite this time round.
Seppi's dropped away from the DRS for Saviour, so that's not going to help him at all.
No, it's certainly not. You're right.
His teammate and the sister car.
Yep, and he's flashing like an absolute madman. Soze and Alex Edric having that battle, that ding-dong battle behind Red Car Rambo. It was in 3 seconds of Doris, who knows got a 3-second penalty. So Ryan's having a good race so far. And I say so far because I don't want to jinx the man, because he will come after me. He does actually know where I live as well. Yes.
That's the worrying part.
And work.
Dynamite is right on the back of that Red Bull.
He really was. I was pushing G-Star around. He's trying to go on the outside into turn 10. He's just about the room. Ooh, a little bit of contact, I think, from G-Star. Managed to hold him off this time out. And Seppi has just got back into that DRS protection, you're going to have to say now, of the lead battle. Well, I say lead battle, fight for second with Joni 2.6, just managing that gap, trying to potentially manage his tyres and his ERS levels. Dynamite is also flashing now in his pursuit. Currently in 9th with 2 points on the board. But not what he'll be after. And you look at the run he's got through turn 3. But that ERS just hampering his run to try to do anything into turn 4 in the slipstream. We got a beautiful helicopter shot through there. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
We need more of that. But Dynamite's going to have a look out on the hill into turn 5. He does. Wow. And got the car stopped. Hit the apex. Great move.
That was opportunistic as heck. Well done.
It was, and very respectful. Oh, gets a bit twitchy though through turn 8. But that was opportunistic. That was very well done. No, you certainly don't. He didn't quite get the DRS, but G-Star hasn't got any response. So we'll keep an eye on that gap, see if he manages to get that DRS down the main pit straight on the back of his other Red Bull. He's going to need a fantastic couple of corners. But all status quo up ahead. Loppy now 5 seconds nearly further back in 10th, but he's got a bit of a gap to Doris, who's Ryan's closing him down now. It was 2.4, I think it was, now down to 2 seconds. So Ryan just pulling along. He's got a bit of a train as well behind him. Calvin and Alex were battling. Kesa, Soze, Bergen and E17 as well for company. Giban, yes, he's in 18th, but don't forget I think he's a comp tier driver.
And we both know this group here they take no prisoners.
Oh, it's demoralising, this group. Racing these guys is demoralising. I can say it from experience.
We both can, really.
Yes, we can. You're right. Yeah, it's hard work. Very, very hard work. So come on, still only 9 likes, guys. Come on, hit that thumbs up button.
We want double digits before the end of the race.
We certainly do. We want to be in the teens, ideally. 3 more likes, well, 4 more really, would do us absolutely perfectly. It only takes seconds. We're not going anywhere. You can bring up the chat again. I mean, no one's really talking in that. He's sport tier. Thanks, Chaos. See, Chaos is there.
Yeah, he always follows me around.
I mean, should you be worried? Should we be worried for you?
No.
At least it's an agreement.
Yeah.
And if you get something out of it, then yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying what. I don't know what. I'm not going to ask what. You know.
We know each other from another league. Don't worry. But I'm just keeping an eye on this battle down from second all the way down to the first of the Red Bulls.
Yeah, we're on that as well. Dynamite just sort of on the fringe of that 1 second. G-Star dropped off the back of Kid Dynamite. Doris just about a second. Calvin has got past Ryan, and that's opened that gap to over 3 seconds. I don't think Rambo will be too happy about that one.
No, I don't think he will.
But maybe if he's behind Calvin, they normally are in a party together. So maybe Ryan can just save some of his ERS. We know how much he likes to use it. Even more than Kid Dynamite, even more than Chris Bailey and J Sarge combined.
Is that even possible?
I don't know, but Seppi got a bit wide and over the exit curb on the last corner, and this is allowing...
Switch for second place.
There is typically at the same time we want with Kid Dynamite gets the move done, so up into 7th now and chasing that pack further ahead. But you're right, that switch now and into 2nd place. 4 more laps to go.
I wonder if he'll try and back the Haas into Chris. Hold him up a bit.
Potentially, but one's a little bit wide on the exit. Couldn't get the power down as early as he wanted. A Lirapel up the back end of him.
Pushing him through the chicane.
Yep, or as Connor would say, up his chuff. And we do wish Connor a speedy recovery. He'll be back with us soon in the comms box and racing in the next few weeks, fingers crossed. But we're doing well. We'll do 4 more laps to go. Only 2.9 seconds, that gap. Just managing it with those medium tyres that Ujoni put on. At the same time, all these guys put the hard tyres on.
Yeah, he's extended the gap a little bit more now.
Yeah, 2.6 now, the way that the grip is working out. So, this is going to be interesting. This is where these tyres could go off. But look at this, we've got nearly 3 abreast. Liverpool's trying to have a go. Liverpool gets through. Chris had another look as well, decided to back out against his teammate. Stefan's looking interested, but Xavier ever the opportunistic. Man, there he goes on the inside of the Williams while he was hampered. But look at this ahead, he's trying to have a look. Chris has gone wide. Chris, that too. Chris gets the twitch, and now Xavier's through. Maybe, possibly. I think you're right. But look at this now. Stefan's trying to go on the outside. Chris just holds off.
I thought these two were sick of each other in X.
Oh, Chris is going to not. Chris will not be happy. He's sick of seeing the rear wing of Xavier. Whether it's his team car, whether it's this car, Chris isn't finished yet. He's trying to go on the outside into turn 10. Is he going to try and hold the speed? He is brave. He can't quite see if he got the grip through. And this is going to cost them 2. The guy says a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's the teammate. That's Alex Edrick. Oh, Alex, you were having a good battle as well with Ryan in that, but he's able to carry on, so no more than a yellow flag. But now,
I think it's too late for the safety cars now.
I think we did have one briefly in X about this time, funnily enough. I'm sure we did. Which confused the life out of Stefan and I.
I bet it did.
Yeah, we didn't know what to think about it. Ryan, 3-second penalty. Oh, Ryan.
What's he like?
I know. Battling there with Kesa Soze as well. I don't know if his tyres have gone a little bit now. That gap, 2.6 seconds still from Ujoni to Liverpool. And this is where it's going to be key. If Liverpool has still got... if Ujoni has still got life in those medium tyres, they've gone a long way.
They have.
They're hard to be slightly better off. They had about, 20 laps to do, I think it was? At the time.
Again, Ujoni is just spot on with his tyre management. If he uses his strategy nearly every week, and it normally pays off for him.
Yep, certainly does. And you may have to start looking at some of the other drivers following it, especially the guys in this pack, to maybe try to copy it.
That's a possibility, because he does seem to make it work.
Just look at this, it's Dynamite all over the back. Oh, Dynamite on the recovery drive. Has he got enough? But he's late, just on the brakes. Ooh.
Oh, he's touched Williams.
Moving on.
Let's not say anything about that.
Nope, move on. So Doris now in the points ahead of Loppy. He's closed that gap down. 3 seconds still though for Doris. Happy with the 3 seconds. Let's have a quick look at those penalty situation. Only 3 drivers with 3 seconds. Redcar Rambo, the most recent to get that penalty. Seppi and Doris, the other two drivers. Have a quick look at those tyres, 16 laps each. Well, for the main guys, Chris Bailey, of course, pitted that lap earlier before the safety car. So did Kelvin. So did G-Star. So 2.4 seconds now the gap. It's come down slightly, only by 2/10. Ujoni won't mind that really, because he's now starting the final lap. And the podium places are still not done.
No, they're not. This is going for the last. This will be a last lap battle royale.
It will. Certainly will. Who's managed to save some of the ERS battery? Who's managed to save some of the tyres? Who's got the front grip? Who's got the rear traction? And the tyre whisperer got enough to get on the back and through past Liverpool. He had a stunning drive to P2 on Friday behind his teammate Chris, who's now behind Xavier in fifth, with Kid Dynamite breathing down his neck. The two Red Bulls, 7th and 8th, sort of on their own at the moment. Seppi will just be bothered about the 3 second that he's got, so he's got 4.5 to Stefan further back in 9th. But we're just going to keep our eye on this one and look to the final few corners. I think, I was going to say we're nearly done, but we're not nearly done. Chris Bailey just holding off the back of Kid Dynamite through turn 10, but we're going to cut to a journey.
Far off.
I think that was Gibbon moving
Gibbon,
through, but Joni crosses the line with another commanding victory. Liverpool holds off Ant to round off the podium spot. Xavier with a great comeback drive, and Chris Bailey just holds off Kid Dynamite with another recovery as well. G-Star ahead of his teammates 7th and 8th. Stefan in 9th. Doris is going to cross the line just ahead, but he has got 3 second penalty, so Floppy Loppy gets the final point by 0.09 of a second from Calvin. Then Doris in 12th. Bergen, I think so, just a little bit. Soze in 14th, E17, 15th, Ryan in 16th. I think his tyres may have gone towards the end, unfortunately. Oh, he's missing a wing. Not the way you want to do it. I mean, there's sort of... There's weight
Alex
shedding.
Is nearly finished. I think he's just eliminated one of the polystyrene boards.
Yep, Alex, the final one to cross the line. Gibbon was a lap down, unfortunately. But 18 finishers, unfortunately. It was the green machines that didn't make it towards the end. I mean, that's normally us that normally does that. Why? We normally rely on Tier 1 and Tier 1. I say Elite Tier and Comp Tier. Especially, and Sport Tier. For good Aston Martin drivers, because, well, we just end up smashing them.
Yeah, no, it's normally me more than you.
Well, I'm going to take 50-50 on that one. But there we go, folks.
Ujoni emulating Mr. Schumacher.
One more victory to add to the ever-going list of Ujoni. Multiple champion and very much a multiple race winner. But what a race, very clean, very all well-respected, and that just shows how difficult it is once you're in that train to make any overtakes, as they're all just together for, well, majority of the race, really.
Definitely.
Ujoni with the fastest lap. Of course, preliminary results here this evening before potential stewards' inquiries. Ujoni started from pole, had a good battle with Kid Dynamite throughout the early stages, and then just kind of disappeared off into the distance and held that gap. Liverpool in second, Anton in third, then Xavier in fourth, Chris Bailey in fifth, Kid Dynamite with a recovery to sixth, then the two Red Bulls, G-Star and Seppi. LOL in ninth, then Loppy in 10th. Calvin in 11th, then Doris in 12th, Bergen, Kaiser Soze, E17, Red Car, Rambo, and Alex Edric, and Gibbon the finishers. And of course, as mentioned, the two green machines have packed up and gone home.
Yes, I can see Daddy Straw giving him a little bit of a tongue lashing.
I can imagine. Now then, all that's left to say really is your potential driver of the day, Mr. Mond.
Do I be boring, or do I go a little bit off-killed. I can't really look past the Joni again.
I think you're
Really?
kind of right, yeah. I mean, I'm almost looking to go a bit further down to Kid Dynamite and his battle back.
Savior as well.
Saviour's battle through as well from the glitch he had in qualifying from 9th to take a good result as well. Yeah, Joni was just so commanding though, wasn't it? Not a single foot wrong. Managed to make those mediums last a little bit longer than he probably would have liked, and anyone else did actually make early on. So, yeah, I'll probably have to go that way. But it's coming, big hand together for all of those drivers in that battle as well. All very respectful and all nose to tail for 90% of that race.
Quality racing again.
Certainly
We'll be back for more later on in the week.
Exactly that. You are right. 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening, our competition tier take to the Catalunya circuit, followed by the sport tier. And then next week, or I should say even on Friday, MRCX goes to Baku, I think it is.
Yep, Azerbaijan.
Oh, that's going to be a fast and exciting race, nonetheless. Few overtaking potential and opportunities round there. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the few of you that took part in the YouTube chat and hit the like button. Thank you, my friend, Mr. Mond, as always.
No worries. Thanks again for having me.
Anytime, my man, anytime. We'll be back, of course, on Wednesday evening. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you then. Good night.
Night, everybody.